It has been a month since I've taken my last shot of Zepbound. And I will honestly say, y'all, I need this shot. Oh my God. I want my shot back so bad. Ooh. And if you want to know why, as always, let's get started. My name is Tasha. I am mom of 3, wife to T, and I am on a health and wellness journey using the medication Zepbound. I'm not going to change that line because I am getting back on that medication, y'all. And I know it may sound crazy to these non-believers about Zepbound and how Zepbound is all. No, this shot is life-changing, and I can honestly say that there is a huge difference from me being on the shot and me being off the shot. So let's just back up a little bit. So week 1, I talked about how I had only gained like 0.8, and I was still going to make healthy decisions. And child, that next week, Auntie Flo came in, and my hormones was in the background singing, "Friend, where have you been?" Y'all, these, oh, when I tell you cravings, food noise, it was almost as if I had never been on the medication. It was just almost instant. And I thought that was strange. I was like, oh my God. Like, it was that nagging thought of wanting it. I need it. Girl, go ahead and try it. Just like everything. And I eventually started caving in. And you know that once you jump on the wagon, y'all, it's kind of hard to get off. It's been hard for me to get off. And so I've been having, now, let me just say, it ain't like I'm just round here pigging out and doing all crazy things. Like, it ain't milk chocolate. It's been dark chocolate. Those little true fruit cherry, frozen cherry things, y'all. True Fruit can have all my money. Well, I don't want them to, but those, this is so crazy. Oreos, those are the only 2 things that I have been craving. Everything else has been like regular food. Like, I've been wanting salad. Like, girl, go ahead and get that salad. Girl, go ahead and get, like, it's been, it can be healthy or unhealthy. It's like, I want it. I need it. Go get it. And I hate having that feeling. And one day I found myself just sitting down and eating, like, just automatically reach over and eat. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so y'all know me. Anytime I'm going through something, reflection is there. I'm going to try to figure out what's happening, how I can change it, turn it around, bring joy to it, and figure out how I'm going to fail forward, right? And so I began thinking, and it's stress. I am in my old habits of stress eating. Well, why am I stressed? January and February have been like just stressful with work, school, trying to get back into the thing with going to school, being a full-time worker, being a mom, being a wife, being me, trying to repair friendships, just a whole lot of things happening at the same time. And the difference between July and December to January and February, I haven't had the medication. I haven't had to worry about overindulging in food, because once you overindulge, it does take a toll on your body, especially me going through kidney issues, blah, 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 just trying to just make sure my health is together. That is really stressful. And one of the things that stress triggers for me is food. Like, I just be eating just to be eating. It'd be mindless. And that's something that I gotta tackle. That productivity, that work-life balance, that's something that I need to figure out whether I'm on the medication or not. I'm joking about I need the medication. It would be nice to be back on the medication, but regardless of being on the medication or not, I need to figure out productivity and work-life balance. So if y'all got some tips for your girl, y'all know me, I'm always begging y'all for something. Go ahead and put those tips down below. Are there any YouTube channels or something? I am working on something to try to help me with it, but I ain't consistent. Y'all know I ain't consistent. because I be stressed out. I be stressed. That first week I talked about gaining 0.8 pounds. About 2.5 weeks ago, I weighed myself and I had gained like an extra 3 pounds. So in total, within that 2.5 week span, I was up to 178 from 174. I decided that day, because that number, it was like, oh, whoa, right? And I felt a trigger. I decided I wasn't going to weigh myself again. I decided that I wasn't going to weigh myself until I was getting ready to start that next phase of my journey, which is after my procedure. So I'm up. I'm up at least 4 pounds. I'm up. And I'm okay with that. Because, number one, I want to know what's going on. And if my body feels this is what it needs, then we're going to do that. But I got to figure out that trying to listen to my body and know what it wants versus me just in my head and just being mindless and eating because I feel like I can now. Even though I shouldn't, I hadn't had any stomach aches, no stomach pains, nothing. I ain't been fatigued, none of that. I've been feeling great. It's just that I gotta stop eating. So, what else has happened in that time frame? Oh, I went to my nephrologist. Y'all, and she thought she had given me a gift. The devil he be busy, y'all. He be busy. The last time I saw her, I think was in August, and I had just started the medication, so it really wasn't a huge weight difference. And so when I went into her office 30 pounds lighter, like, she was super excited about the weight loss. She was looking at my labs. My labs were excellent. They were excellent. So much so that she told me, she was like, I'm loving what I'm seeing as far as your diet. I'm going to lift your restriction. What? That ain't what you need to tell me. Don't be lifting no restrictions. I'm struggling over here. My brain don't need to hear that I can increase my food choices. That ain't what I need to hear right now. Even though I was excited for her to tell me that, for the next 6 months, I'm no longer limited to those 70 milligrams. She said, what she said was, don't go crazy. She gave me, I think she said I should be able to eat 0.8 grams for every kilogram I weigh. I have to look at my notes. So she gave me a larger ratio. She said, don't go crazy, but you ain't limited to 70 grams of protein. And I was like, at first I was like, okay, but then I was like, devil, I see you, devil. But this is what I was also excited about. This is a non-scale victory. You all know that I've always said that on this health and wellness journey, I wanted to reduce medication. I am this close. The only reason why she did not reduce it this time is because I did not bring my law, because honestly, I ain't been taking it consistently. It was like, I'll take it here, take it there. And so she stated that for the next week, she wanted me to take it in the morning and in the evening so that we can get an average, and that I may be able to reduce one of the blood pressure medication. I'm on two. One that helps my heart, one that helps my kidneys. So the one that's for my kidneys, we may be able to reduce that to a lower dose, depending on what's going to happen with these numbers. And she said she'd rather be proactive before I start getting dizzy and falling out. And I'm here for it. I am here for that part of it. Colonoscopy is scheduled for next week, next Wednesday. And so thank you all for all the advice still. People who said they've had it. I'm going to figure out that appointment. That appointment was crazy because, am I going to say this online? I'm not. But that appointment, that pre me going in and talk to him, it was quite, it ain't like going to the gynecologist, I tell you that. And it was because I have some other stuff going on too. And I was like, this is the most embarrassing appointment that I've ever had in my life. And I'm a woman who goes to the gynecologist regularly. This was too much. It was too much. One day I'll be brave enough to tell y'all about that appointment, but it was crazy. But I go on the 26th to have that procedure done, and then I follow up with my prescriber of Zepbound to figure out what's my next steps. But regardless, I know for me the next step does include me figuring out that school work life balance component, productivity, and it may be something that I want to explore because I got to figure out how to manage stress with Zepbound or without Zepbound. So that's it. Oh yes. And in the last video I did a giveaway, right? So thank you for everybody who left comments. I tried to notify the winner. I put her name right here. Sis, you got until Friday. After this Friday will be when is it? Friday is you got until the 21st. You got until 12 o'clock noon on Friday the 21st to reach out. I reached out through how I can with the comments, and if I don't hear back from her on the 21st, I'm just going to put the comments back in. Everybody who's listed, everybody who's commented at this point, I'm just going to put all your comments in the generator, and we'll get a new winner. We'll get a new winner. So sis, this is your name. This is you. Shoot me. Put your email address under your comment, because I've heard stories of people trying to change their thing to whatever. So please go back to your comment and put your email address under it. And if you don't do that by this Friday at 12 o'clock, I'm just going to give it to somebody else because, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, make sure you keep the joy in your journey, and I'll see you all in the next video.